Yo, what is going on? How are y'all doing today? Probably speaking to no one because people don't get into the stream right away, but... Actually, I guess for the VOD, I guess, right? I'm just trying to charge my phone real quick. It won't go in, though. There we go, okay. Alright, let's just hop in, because I've really been wanting to try out a lot of things in this game. It's bad that I'm already bored of zombies, though. Oh well. I'm literally just gonna hop in. I'm not even gonna do anything right now. I am gonna change this to Blitz, though. I only really want to play Blitz, to be honest. That's the only mode I'm really, like, excited to play, because, I don't know, I just like fast-paced stuff, you know? If the time to kill was slower, it'd be even better, but... oh well. See, I hated the beta. Actually, I won't say I hated it. I disliked it. But I'm hoping because of the changes that they... I'm hoping because of the changes that they said that they made, it's going to be a lot better. Wait, so Das House's Blitz is 8v8? Does that mean this map is, like, really small? Shit's got to be really small if it's 8v8. So yeah, I was very vocal about not liking the beta, but again, I'm hopeful that it's going to be better, but I don't think I'm going to like it that much more. I think I'll like it more, just... I don't know if it's going to be by a lot, though. Holy shit, yeah, this is really small. Damn. This is like a shipment-sized map. Nah, a little bit bigger. Can we see an overview of the map? How do you do that? How do you see the map? Oh. Yeah, it reminds me of Shoot House, actually. That's good, though. I think we all agree smaller maps tend to be better, so... I'm not sure if they lowered the headshot multiplier. I hope they did. I don't know, though. I really don't know. I don't remember them saying anything about that. But increasing the sprint out times was definitely good. I don't know if it's like that much faster. It feels faster, but I don't know. Shit! Dude, there's so many there's so many grenades. Yeah, you're gonna need to run like Flak Jacket or something, because people don't stop throwing grenades. I'm not surprised that grenade spam is going to be an issue, because we don't have pick 10. You know what I mean? Like, without pick 10, that's just how it's going to be. If everyone gets grenades, there's going to be grenades everywhere. That's just how it's going to be. So I think those are my two biggest issues. It's still the class system and the fact that we have kill streaks instead of score streaks. Those are definitely my two biggest issues. For sure. I did say time to kill was, but I don't know. It's not terrible. It just depends on what they did with the headshot multiplier, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about zombies. I am already bored of it. I've played 4 matches and I don't want to touch it again. Like, I have no interest in playing any more of it. I guess the only, like, thing you could really do now in zombies is just to try out other guns just to see how they play and, like, see how they perform in the later rounds, but that's literally all you can do. And, okay, maybe get camo challenges for your guns, but I don't know, there's just nothing all that replayable about that specific mode. Like, it's gotta be the most lackluster thing I've ever played in zombies. Like, I had a little bit of fun, but, like, only my first few games, and then I'm just like, ugh. Like, once I got to my 3rd game, I just didn't want to keep playing. Oh well. I mean, I know why that's the case. It's because Treyarch had like no time to make it, you know? What's up, Jason? What's up, Pride? I'm just gonna call you Pride. How did you get it early? I'm gonna have this question a million times. I probably should have just put it in the description, but I'm expecting to get the question a lot. It's just if you're on Xbox and you just change your location, New Zealand, you can play early. And my headset just shut off. Great. I can't hear anything. We'll get it back on in a minute. But yeah, literally just on Xbox, you just change your location to New Zealand and you're good. I'm not answering that question again, by the way, so if anyone else in the chat asks, I'm not answering it. Y'all just have to tell each other or something. Literally just, you gotta, it's so simple too. I did the same thing for Cold War. And you get to play it like at least 15 hours early. It's great. It's weird why that's even a thing. I don't even know why that's a thing. Like, you'd think they would not have that be a thing, but it just is. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a very just like Modern Warfare. It's going to be a very casual, just like sit back to fuck around COD. I don't think I'm going to take this COD seriously. It's hard to, because I don't feel like... I got to a point in COD where I feel like if you don't have a Cold War style time to kill, there's not a lot of skill in the gunfights, and that's kind of just... It makes it not as enjoyable for me. I don't know. I don't know why I care so much about that, but I just do. How was the multiplayer? I think it's... Well, okay, well, based on what I played in the beta, I didn't like it. Like, I'll just be straight up honest, I did not like the beta. I've played one game now, and this isn't terrible, but, I mean, that doesn't really mean much. It's hard to judge how you're going to feel about the game from just one game. Yo, why is this pistol so good? Yo, why is this pistol so good? I think my biggest complaints with the multiplayer, like I said, are the time to kill, the created class system, and the fact that there's kill streaks instead of score streaks. Those are my three main issues, the three biggest issues. If they fixed all three of those issues, holy shit, this game would be like one of the best CODs ever. That's like all you need to do is change those three issues for me, and then I think it would be literally incredible. I don't have any problem with the maps. I think the maps are fine. I mean, I didn't like Red Star in the beta, but, well, again, based on the maps I've played, I've only played 5 maps, so, you know, I can't judge the maps I haven't touched yet. But I'm assuming they're the same quality as stuff like this. I'm assuming they're fine. Also, some guns don't work properly with the Xbox Elite controller, but that's a very personal issue that I don't think many other people deal with because not everyone uses an Xbox Elite controller, but there's a big issue with how the triggers work with it. It's really frustrating. Jack, don't say stuff like that, dude. I won't like remove the comment, but just don't say stuff like that. I give people second chances. Well, actually, I'll remove the comment. I'm just not gonna ban you. But like, yeah, I don't like those games, or not those games, Modern Warfare. But like, I can understand why people like it. There's a certain level of like, there's certain reasons why people like games like that, and a big reason is depending on what you care about in the game. If you're a very casual person who doesn't give a shit about the competitive side of things, then yeah, I think Modern Warfare is fine for most people. Because a lot of people don't really care how it flows. They're just like, I just want to go in and shoot people, and that's how you want to play, then yeah, Modern Warfare is probably gonna be just fine for you. There's not much thought into the game. There's not much brain power you need to use in order to do good. You just run in and start shooting and you'll probably get some kills. But I feel like in games like Cold War and Black Ops 4, I feel like there's a level of I don't know, strategy maybe. Not even it's not strategy. It's more skill is the word I'm looking for. And I think that matters because it makes me care more about how I perform when I know my skill actually kind of matters in the gunfights. Whereas in this game, in like Modern Warfare, I don't feel it as much. I don't feel like it really matters how good or bad you are on like a specific level. Obviously, if you're really like better than someone else, then you're probably gonna beat them in most gunfights. But like Cold War and stuff, like, you know, it can be really intense in a gunfight, and chances are if you get into intense gunfight and you come out on top, like it most likely is because of your skill just being better than that person, you know? Alright, I gotta charge this thing. These little play the game things are pretty cool though. Vanguard is the best COD we've had in years. I can't really. You guys are so like fast to judge these damn things. Y'all are crazy. I'm sitting here like I need weeks of playtime before I can like judge these games like properly, you know? I can come out and say like, oh, this is how I feel about it right now, but I can't say it's the best COD or the worst COD. That's, to me, that's like, no, I can't do that right now, man. I have trouble rating these games after like even after a month or so, because there's so much more to come with it. Not just in terms of DLC, but also in terms of like updates and just playing the game. Like I haven't even experienced a lot of the game yet, you know? I've literally played 2 games. I don't really, there's too many attachments, bro. I really wish they had a pick 10 / Gunsmith hybrid thing going on, but whatever. I'm not gonna keep arguing for that because I don't think they give a shit. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't really know what these do. Oh, it's like quotes. Yeah, okay, I see. My PlayStation is busted, so it'll be a while before I can play this. Unfortunate. But like, I can't really say if this is a great COD or a bad COD. Like, I can't. I can say how I feel about it, like I did in the beta. How I feel about it is I don't really like it that much. But that's all I could say. That's all I can say.
This will be intense. I hope you came prepared. Hardpoint located.
I'm not playing it on PC, so I won't be doing that. And there's no difference really. I mean, what's the big difference? I'm on Series X. My console's probably less powerful, or my PC's probably less powerful than this Series X, to be honest. So, you know, if I had like a $4,000 PC, maybe, but even then, what's the difference? It's just gonna perform better and have better graphics. My issues with this game have absolutely nothing to do with the graphics or the performance. I think the graphics are amazing. I think the performance is completely fine. It's very smooth. I have no issue with that. So playing on PC would not make playing on a better PC, that would not make a single difference to how I feel about this game. Not a single difference. My issues are all with like mechanical things, like design choices, stuff that they're not gonna change because I don't think they would. Bro, I need to reload. Give me a second to reload, please. I need stim desperately. I gotta reload this shit. This gun has like no ammo. Yeah, this gun desperately needs extendo mags. Give me a gun. Fuck, I needed a new gun because that gun had like, this gun has 20 bullets in the mag. I needed extendo on that shit. We'll unlock it eventually. Otherwise, you're gonna be reloading every 5 seconds with it. I'm doing great. Razor Claws, how about you? That's the thing. I don't like that. I mean, I don't. It doesn't have to be a typical pick 10. But what I'm saying is, there should be a hybrid between pick 10 and Gunsmith. You know, like people say, oh, I don't want pick 10 because I want my 1,000,000 attachments. It's like, well, you can still do the 1,000,000 attachment shit with a pick 10 system. It just wouldn't be pick 10. It'd be like pick 20 or something. I don't know. You know, but the fundamentals of a pick blank system is what I want, where you have to get stuff and sacrifice other stuff in order to get more of something else, you know? Like, I don't want to run 10 attachments on every gun. Who the hell wants to do that? Half these guns do not need that. Half these guns don't need all those attachments. Why not let me get more perks instead, you know? Why not let me get rid of my secondary? I don't want my secondary. Let me get some more stuff of something else. I don't know. I rarely use secondaries. I'd prefer not to use them, but they're kind of forced onto you, you know? And equipment. I do not like using equipment. I wish people would use it less, and guess what? They would use it less if they had the option to. And then we wouldn't see grenade spam as much. You know how bad grenade spam has been in these past couple CODs? Yeah. It was never bad in, like, Black Ops 3, for example. How much grenade spam did you see in Black Ops 3? None. Because you didn't have to use them. So people just chose not to. Which was fantastic. Now I got all these nades and stuff, and it's literally, it's Nade City. It's Nade City. Oh god! What the hell just happened there? I'm gonna go around here.
The enemy has taken the hard point.
Yes! Let's go! Fuck! We got the dogs at least. That's a positive. That was not a bad little streak there. I appreciate you guys telling people how to do it, because I knew a bunch of people were going to ask me about how I'm playing early. Sub revived. Yeah, I'm literally in New Zealand. What do you mean, bro? I've always lived here. Actually, I had a friend once who moved there and then moved back. He literally lived there for like a few years. Apparently it's really nice there. Apparently. Oh, fuck. How's the game? Well, it's hard to say. I've only played 2 matches, and because your first multiplayer matches are usually in the really easy lobbies, it has been more fun just because these lobbies do feel easier, but I mean, once I start getting harder lobbies, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be harder to do good. And when it's harder to do good, the flaws with the game start to really show themselves. Because, like, obviously I'm not gonna complain about time to kill when I'm playing against these guys. Like, look how easy it is to kill these guys, you know? So I feel like stuff like time to kill and the fact that we don't have score streaks, I don't even give a shit right now because I'm just doing good. But once I start playing poor, then I'm gonna be like, oh, well, fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. But I still do, I completely have those issues with the game. Those are the three biggest things. Honestly, it's like the 3 only things I can like, the big things, you know? Everything else is just minor issues that I don't really care that much about. I guess the minimap too. I mean, I'm kind of using radar on like every class. But actually, I don't think I changed that yet. I have to change that. I still think the minimap's a big issue, but the other things are create a class, the kill streaks instead of score streaks, and time to kill. Again, the time to kill's not bad. It's just, it's not what I want. I can deal with it. I can handle it, but I'd much rather it was just always slow. I get why it's not, though. This is definitely more on the level of, like, World War II, which isn't that bad. Better than Modern Warfare, at least, but... But especially on some of these smaller maps, grenade spam has been so bad. And again, it's because of the created class. You wouldn't have that issue if we had a pick 10 like system, because people just wouldn't use equipment as much. I wonder if people are going to be playing Cold War. I will be. I know that for a fact. Not only because I have to do that big Cold War review thing, so I need more gameplay, but also I enjoy that game, so I kind of want to. I'm playing on Series X. Is it any better? Well, I mean, honestly, like, I can't really say for sure, but just for my first 2 games, I'm having more fun than I did in the beta, sure. But it's also because I'm playing against people who don't seem to be very good, so that automatically makes the game more fun. Zombies, though, I don't know if you guys saw my video, but I couldn't give less of a shit about zombies in this game, at least how it is currently. I'm sure they're gonna add stuff like really soon, but right now I don't really care for it. It was really plain, and I had fun the first couple games, and then I was like, okay, I don't want to play this anymore. Holy shit. Why is there no gunship in this game? That's my question. There's no like chopper gunner like thing. That's weird to me. It'll probably be DLC, but it's just weird not to have that at launch. I think it's the first time since like World of War we haven't had like a gunship or chopper gunner like streak in the game. I think the biggest improvement from the beta is the sprint out times. Those are definitely faster. They did say that. I'm not just like saying it feels faster. They came out and said they increased the sprint out times. I don't know if they did anything with the time to kill. I can't really tell. That's not really easy to tell, but hopefully they adjusted that, at least for the headshot multiplier. Other than that, though, I don't really know what else they did. Oh, well, they obviously added Ninja, which is good. That's probably the big one everyone was talking about. When did this game even come out? Actually, it hasn't officially come out yet, to be honest. It comes out tonight, but Activision sent me a free copy because I'm special, so I'm kidding, they didn't. Alright, Jacob, no offense, but there's physically no way we can, like, judge whether or not there's skill-based matchmaking just from playtime. Like, it's skill-based matchmaking is not as simple as that. It's so much more complex, which is why I always say just wait for people to test it, and we'll know what it's like. We can't just play and then be like, oh, this game has skill-based matchmaking, or this game doesn't, or this game has less than last year. Like, there's no way we can tell. It might feel that way, but trust me, it doesn't matter, because there's so many things that can affect that. Like, you can be playing against people who have the best KDs in the world, but they might just be relaxing in a game. They might not sweat, so they might just play chill, but you still might be in a really high bracket skill-based matchmaking lobby. You don't even realize, because the people just choose to play a little bit calmer that game. Or you can play in a lobby with people who just got done grinding for camos, so the game thinks they're a lot worse than they actually are. Yo, vote for me. What are you guys doing? I got most multi-kills. So they automatically assume this person's not as good as he is because his past 5 games he did really poor because he was going for camo grinding or whatever. And now you're in this lower bracket lobby, but it's with a really good person. So again, it's more complex than just, oh, it's going to put you against good players because you're good. Like, it's not like that. So there's really no way for us to, like, know for sure. I think we should just wait till people say it. I'm sure there is skill-based matchmaking. I'm sure it's literally the same as last year, but I don't know. I'll just say a better way to word that is, from my experience, I haven't played sweaty players yet. That's probably a better way to say it, because just because you haven't played sweaty players yet does not mean skill-based matchmaking isn't as bad, you know what I mean? You could just be performing better than you usually do, too. That's possible. A lot of variables to it, you know? I'm assuming that Zombies was bad. It was underwhelming and kind of plain. I'm not going to call it bad, but it was just... there's just nothing to it. Like, I don't know, it feels... it's the most bare-bones Zombies experience we've had since, like, Black Ops 1, I feel like. There's just nothing to it. As it is right now. Like, I'm sure they're going to update it a shitload. Which is good, but as it is right now, it's pretty plain. Sprint to fire speed. I don't know what the best attachments are, and I don't really care. I don't really want an optic, to be honest. I'm gonna roll with that. Bombing run? Yeah. These kill streaks are kind of boring. There's like none that are like really that interesting, and they're kill streaks, so fuck them. Game looks kind of washed. I think the graphics are fine. If you're talking about graphics, I think the graphics are fine. I don't really care that much about graphics. I never really had. As long as they're decent, I'm happy, and these are decent to me, so they're good enough. I like more color, but I think most of the maps have good color. Not all of them do. Like this one's pretty boring, but a lot of them are also pretty colorful in general. This is like the shoot house of the game, I've noticed. It's really small. Is regular 2v2 gunfight? No, it's not. They don't have gunfight. They have the other mode, the Champion Hill or whatever, which I don't think I'm going to even play a single game of it. I don't think anyone is. Who the fuck wants to play Champion Hill? It was such a weird mode that I don't think people care to play. Dude, the grenade spam. I need to put on flak jacket. I have flak jacket on. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, grenade spam's gonna kill me. That's gonna be the worst part about this game. There's just grenades everywhere. It's so ridiculous. I honestly would not mind if they removed equipment from Call of Duty. Like, I really wouldn't care. Like, what does equipment do that benefits COD? What does it do? It literally does nothing. It just pisses people off. I've never seen equipment being something that people are excited to use. Like, who fucking cares about using grenades? Just get them out of the game. Like, people actually get mad when they're, like, weak, when grenades are weak. Like, Cold War. Remember Cold War Beta? The grenades took, like, a million years to throw, and everyone was like, oh, why do they take so long to throw? Why does it matter? Good. They should take 20 minutes to throw. I don't care. Like, why are these guys spawning in my asshole? But, like, I really would not mind if grenades got nerfed to the extreme. They're just not fun to deal with. There's nothing fun about getting grenades thrown at you. Oh, they counter campers. Oh, you know what can counter a camper? Me running through that goddamn door and shooting their ass up. That can counter campers. That's how I want to counter campers. I don't care about grenades countering campers, because do people actually use them like that? No, they just toss them up in the air. This is how people use grenades. They do this. That's how people use grenades in this game. They toss them up and they just hope it kills someone, and usually it does. I just got a fucking kill with that grenade. Are you kidding me? What the hell? I was just... That's not a bad strategy then. Just fucking toss it up and it'll probably get a kill. I got a hit marker with that one. Oh my god. That is just hilarious. Okay. No map voting's an L, I agree. We had that in Cold War, right? Yeah. I sometimes forget we had that in Cold War. I don't know why. All right, well, skill-based matchmaking, you know what I mean. Obviously, it's not like actually skill-based matchmaking. It's more about like the recent game's performance and stuff. So we just call it that because it's easier to call it that. But that's not exactly what it is, obviously. But it's just we just call it that because it's easier to call it that. You know, I'm not gonna be like engagement optimized matchmaking. Like I just call it skill-based matchmaking. Who cares? Although yes, it's not really. Yeah. Did you get gold on launchers? Did you see to get gold on launchers? Did you get triple kills? Really? That is gross. I will say though, out of any positive I can think of for the multiplayer, this does seem to have a decent amount of things to go for, like in terms of grinds. Not a lot, but like more than I feel like the past couple of CODs have. like Modern Warfare and Cold War more than that. Like I'm mainly referring to the character customization. There's a lot of character stuff to unlock for all the operators that are like free to unlock just by leveling them up, so that's good. That's a positive. But that's just one part of the game. And I'm sure the shop cosmetics are going to be a million times better than the cosmetics you can unlock here, but whatever. Honestly, as long as the game's really fun, I don't think I care that much about the grinds, because even Cold War, I can care less about grinding in that game. But I just have fun with how the game plays. I just like destroying lobbies in it, so I find myself still playing it a lot. And you have games like COD World War II that I don't really like the multiplayer that much, but there's so much to grind for in it. So I've just become attached to it, and I really like it. I wouldn't say I don't like it that much, I just, compared to other games, not that much. I feel like this is going to be very similar to COD World War II in terms of how I feel about it, where it's just like average, you know. I won't agree with that completely, Tom, because fucking Black Ops 2 has those C4s, which there was a pick 10 in that, but C4s were like OP, so everyone used it even with pick 10. C4s were pretty annoying, and World at War and Black Ops 1, those were pretty bad. And I would say Cold War honestly had some pretty annoying usage of grenades on some maps, because again, that's just what the system allowed. Like BO3 and 4 I thought was not a big deal with spam of grenades and stuff and equipment. I mean, yeah, you had the specialist equipment that were kind of annoying, but they weren't spammed because you couldn't spam them. You had to like wait to use them and stuff, so. Yeah, I'll probably always have that opinion that Treyarch's just got the better multiplayers, but I know not everyone agrees with that, and that's fine. But there's not been a single multiplayer they've had, like, in recent years that I've disliked, so I kind of know what I'm getting into with these different games now, I feel like.
Hardpoint is active.
Why do they have the same UI and menus again for the third year? Because marketing. I hate that they do that too, but it does make sense. It makes people more comfortable with buying the game when they see it's similar. It's the same reason, like, movies title this, you know, new movies like the same thing, because people like things they're familiar with. You know, they don't like things that are very different. They want casuals to hop on and just know exactly how to navigate the menus and exactly where to look on the screen and the UI. They want people to know exactly where everything is without even having to think about it. And because we're so used to it from the past couple of games, they're just like, why not just keep it the same? I wish it was different too, because I like the, you know, uniqueness to CODs that we used to have. Like every year it was something very different. I used to love that. But then again, I get their reasoning for it. It's definitely smarter, and I would probably do the same thing if I was the CEO of Activision. I'd probably tell them to do the same thing, to be honest. Although, personally speaking, I don't like it. Oh yeah, no, they were definitely forced to add Gunsmith and stuff. There's a lot of things that they were forced to do just to make their game more like Modern Warfare, which I wonder if the game would have been a lot better if it wasn't. I don't know. I love how no one's talking about the fact that they have like a field upgrade in this game. It's unlocked really late, so it's not like people have used it much at all yet. Like no one in this lobby can even use it yet. It's unlocked like 48 or something, but you use it and it literally lets you stay on your kill streak. So if you die and you come back, you can stay on that kill streak. That's like Requisitions from World War II, basically, and it's a fast recharging thing. So I'm really worried that's going to be abused, and people are just going to get easy streaks because of that. I have a feeling it's going to start happening. When I think about it, you could just be on a 9 kill streak, use the field upgrade it, and then if you die, you get literally a second chance, and you can just get 3 more kills, and boom, you got your 12 kill streak or whatever. I doubt it'll work with nukes, but you never know. I don't know. Have we tried Dur and Fong? Yeah, we did a live stream with that this morning, and I wasn't a big fan. I wasn't a big fan. I guess Flak Jacket did help, but I don't think a problem in a game's mechanics should be like I never think a solution for a problem in a game's mechanics should be a perk. If someone says, if like I complain about something and someone replies, oh, there's a perk for that, so it doesn't matter. I don't care. Like, perks to me don't... You shouldn't be forced to use a perk in order to avoid a problem with the game, which is why I think having a radar perk in this game is stupid. We should just have that by default, you know? The score streak perk in Modern Warfare was stupid. We should just have score streaks by default. Stuff like that, you know? A perk shouldn't fix an existing problem with the game. It should just be a balancing act of, like, what perk should you use to help you in the game, you know? Not to make a problem inexistent. Yeah, perk, the wild cards in Cold War definitely helped out that system. I'd agree with that. Which is why I think it's the better class system out of the 3 games that we have with the Gunsmith. Doesn't mean it's perfect. I don't like it as much as pick 10, but... And everyone always says, oh, but they love having a million attachment options. But do you ever actually use all of the attachments? Who in the hell actually tries out all the Gunsmith options? Let's be real here. You probably look up the best class setup, and you probably use that for every single class that you ever use on that gun. I did that in Cold War, personally. I just wanted to use the best stuff. I don't know. I don't really care about trying other stuff out because that's just how we are as players. We like to be as good as we can, so we're going to use the best stuff. I think people are going to do that in this game, too, so it doesn't really matter that there's a bunch of options when there's clearly a better option for the weapons, usually. Usually, there's some guns where you can kind of switch between 2, depending on what you're trying to do with the gun. I like having the attachment options. I'm not saying I don't, but I think I'd rather have pick 10, but you could also combine them. You don't have to choose one or the other, obviously. That's 61 kills, but I feel like I'm doing terrible. I guess I am. I probably have like 61 deaths right now, too. Oh, BO3's menu is amazing. I like BO4's also, yeah. Everything's for casuals, pretty much. That's what they do now. I don't blame them though. Like I can't say it's a bad thing to do because it's like that makes sense. You're not gonna appeal to the 1% of the player base, but they can at least try to make everyone happy. I don't know. What do you think of the maps? Only played like 6 of them. I played the ones from the beta, which I thought were all fine except for Red Star. Red Star is garbage. And I played this one, Das Haus, which this one's fine, I would say. And then I played... What else did I play? Shit, what was the other one I played? I'm not remembering it. Maybe I didn't like it that much if I'm not remembering it. Oh, we're playing Eagle's Nest, so I didn't even play 6 maps, actually. I was just playing another beta map. Most of them are fine. The map design's not that bad in this game. For most of them that I played. I haven't seen all of them. Remember when they actually used to be creative and actually make the zombies maps interesting from BOA all up to BO4? I don't think it has anything to do with creativity. This is what you have to keep in mind. It's not that they're not creative. It's simply that they don't have the time. They physically don't have the time to put together a like really in-depth and creative zombies mode. That's the thing. They don't have the time. They're being rushed to do literally everything. And that's causing them to not be able to do it as well as they could. It's not creativity. These devs are creative as fuck. If they wanted to be really crazy with these modes, they would. They're rushing everything. Which I give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'm still gonna criticize it because that's just how it is. But I wouldn't call it not being creative because they are, clearly. You know, it's the same devs. Oh, I wanted to play this map. Let's use the STG, why not? Cold War feels exactly like B1 multiplayer, but a little faster paced. It's got some similarities, yeah. I don't know why, but I already feel like this map's gonna be a problem. I don't know why, but this map's already giving me bad vibes. Like, what the hell is this open space here? What the hell is all that? What the hell is this? Okay, we'll try it. I'm gonna give it a chance. But I already don't. I've been playing it for 2 seconds and I'm already weirded out by the design. I can enjoy something different, so I'm not gonna shit on it for being different, but it's just weird. It's definitely weird. Probably a sniper map, to be honest. I don't know about all these sight lines. These are all really long sight lines. I have way too much recoil on this shit. Damn. If I had like a little bit more health, I would have killed that other guy. Oh, I hate mounting. I hate it. I hate it. Numa Numa is dog shit. I haven't played it yet. How are you playing in New Zealand? That's my answer. It's just gonna be New Zealand. If you want more information, go look it up. This question's been asked too many times, so that's all I'm gonna answer is just New Zealand. Figure it out. How does the opposite problem of R6 Siege? R6 Siege appeals too much to the competitive people. That is true. Yeah. Honestly, I'm more of a casual. Like, okay, I consider myself a casual R6 player because I don't play that much, right? But when I do play, I only like to play competitive. Like, I don't enjoy playing casual. I just want to play the competitive mode. But the problem with that game is that if you don't play it for a couple months and you come back to it, holy shit, you get so overwhelmed with all the changes because they change so much. Like, the maps changed, they add so many new operators, and I'm just, like, so overwhelmed. I can't keep up with it, and it just... I lose interest. It's so weird. It's like, why would I have a problem with them adding new content? I normally wouldn't, but, like... It's just hard to get back into it when there's just so many new things. It's like, they change so much. I'm like, what is happening? Honestly, I stopped playing that game when they removed secure area from competitive modes. That's when I stopped playing, because that was the only mode I like to play, and I only like to play competitive, so I was like, fuck, they removed my favorite mode from competitive. I don't even want to play anymore. This map is weird, but I'm not really against it. I feel like this map's not going to play well in competitive at all, but it seems like it could be kind of fun. Reminds me of Rust for some weird reason. I don't know. It's got like this middle structure that's really tall, and then everything else just surrounds it. So I guess that's why it reminds me of Rust. I don't know. It's definitely a weird map, that's for sure. I don't see why anyone's going to play anything but Blitz, to be honest. I feel like everyone's going to want to play Blitz, especially with how much people love to like level up their guns and stuff. Why wouldn't they want to play Blitz? Cold War does feel like Black Ops 2 in a lot of ways. It does. I love how people can't see that. They're like, no, this game's trash. It's nothing like that. But, like, it's pretty much designed very similarly when you really think about it. Especially the map design. The map design is, like, the same. Which is why I don't get how you can love Black Ops 2's maps and then just shit on Cold War's maps. It's like, they're not that different. Like... They're pretty much designed the same way.
Allies calling a mortar barrage.
Obviously not everything's the same, but enough similarities to the point where you can tell. Soft pickle juice. I feel like Activision is gonna suck up to Infinity War because Modern Warfare was a success. But yeah, that's what they do, yeah. So I think the next game is gonna probably have like the best polish. Modern Warfare's next game, it's gonna be the most polished COD ever. Probably gonna have the best graphics. Probably gonna play really smoothly, which is all good. Like that's important, but it's not the most important thing to me. The most important thing to me is design. And you can have a million years to make a game. And if your design is bad, I'm not gonna like it, you know? Because, look, Black Ops 4 and Cold War were, like, the most rushed CODs ever. And they're designed in a way that I love. So I don't care that there's some performance issues the game's had at launch and stuff. Like, they ended up being just fine after all the DLC and stuff. And I really like them because they're designed well, you know? Like, a poorly designed game, assuming they don't make any updates to that design, is gonna be bad forever. But a badly optimized game, they're gonna patch that. So, you know, I'm like, that's why if my problems with Vanguard's beta were like the problems that a lot of people have, like, oh, it was just badly optimized, you know, like glitches and stuff. Like, they're gonna fix all that. So I never complained about that. I'm like, I don't give a shit that the game was running was all buggy and not running smoothly, because they're gonna fix that, you know? I'm a patient person, I can wait. But if I don't like how it's designed, then that's a big problem, and I'm probably not gonna like the game as a whole if that's the case, you know? I disagree with the 2-year COD cycles for a lot of reasons, because that's not the issue here. That's not the issue. The issue is they just need more people, they need more studios, and they are doing that. They're working on that. They recently hired a bunch of new people and stuff, so like, they are getting more studios, but they need more. They need even more, because that's the issue. You don't need to take 6 years to make a new COD if you have a bunch of people working on it, and they can't scrap projects. They gotta just work on it till they're done. But what Activision does is they like to tell them, oh no, do this instead, oh no, do this. Every COD has had so many like issues for some reason, because Activision just makes them change stuff halfway through. Like, just make the game that they want to make right away and work on it for 3 years, and boom, you're good, and it's gonna be a solid game. You know, they don't need 6 years. To me, that's just overkill. I mean, imagine we had to wait 6 years for a brand new COD, like a new Treyarch COD. Like, in 6 years from now, I'll be 20. I'll be 27. I might be married. I don't fucking know. Like, I probably won't be playing COD in 6 years. You know, so like, I just don't think it makes sense to have to wait 6 years just for a new Treyarch game or whatever. Like, I don't think they need that long. I don't. They just need more people. They need more focus. Stop having Activision scrap their shit. Just let them make what they want to make. And boom, we'll get some solid COD. That's all they need to do. And resources is huge too. Yeah, they need more people. Which should be not a problem for them. Look how much money they make. I mean, that should be like easy peasy. Where the hell is this guy? Don't know. I think my only issues with Cold War multiplayer are, I don't like the score streak system. I don't hate it. I don't like it though. But I don't hate it. I don't like the class system. I don't hate it again, but I just don't like it. I don't think there's enough grinds in the game either. There's not enough stuff to go for. There needs to be more like free things to go for rather than just all the stuff being in the shop. I think that was an issue. And that's about it, yeah. I don't really have many other issues, to be honest. Everything else was kind of fine. Would have preferred if the streaks were better, too. The streaks weren't that powerful. Some of them were good, but some of them weren't that good. Also, they should have given more love to combined arms, too. Yeah, like Cyberpunk has a lot of glitches, right? But I'm sure they've patched most of them since then, right? I mean, I'm not sure if they have or not, but that's one of those games that, like, you know, I don't think if the game's designed fine, I think it's not a big deal, you know, because it'll be fixed, and I'm sure it will run fine eventually. If the problem is if it never runs fine, if they had never fixed it, then that's a problem, you know. Then it's like, okay, chill. No, I actually haven't seen Shang-Chi yet. I just haven't gotten around to it, so it does come out on Disney Plus next week, though, so I'm gonna record a reaction to it, I think. So anyone who wants to see my reaction to Shang-Chi, you're gonna see it not next week, but I'll watch it next week, and then I'll probably be up on YouTube in like 2 or 3 weeks or something. I don't know.
Enemy has the Hardpoint.
And I'm a big Marvel fan too. I just haven't had the time to see it. And when Venom came out, I definitely wanted to take priority to see Venom first, so I went to see Venom because I just care more about Venom. I'm gonna go up here. Are the headshots glitched? I don't know. I haven't really noticed. Like for the camo challenges? Marshals are the main problem with Cold War. Didn't they nerf them recently? Or are they still bad? I don't know. When I played the other day, I didn't run into them, so I haven't really seen if they're annoying or not yet still. I do just know they nerfed them though. Like with the Season 6 update, I think. Thoughts on the game? Average. It's average. Multiplayer, that is. I haven't played campaign yet. I'm not really excited to play campaign, though, I'll be honest. I don't know why. I just don't... I'm sure it's good, but, like, I just don't have an excitement to play it. I don't know. Yeah, this gun is way too much recoil with my attachments. I need to change that up next game. It's okay on the small maps, but when you're on these big maps, it's like... Or not big maps, but, like, long-range maps, that is. Use the automaton. Starting to think that Vanguard Zombies was Sledgehammer's Zombies mode, and then they made Treyarch take over mid-development. I don't know. I don't think Sledgehammer did anything on it, honestly. I think they were originally planning, like, what the fuck do we do? Did we just do Spec Ops or something? Because, like, we don't have time to do anything else. And then they were like, yo, Treyarch, you guys want to stop working on Cold War real quick, like your DLC for Cold War, and just start making a mode for us? And they're like, yo, we don't really have the time for that, but we'll try. And that's what they're able to put together. And that's why Cold War Zombies also didn't get as much post-launch as it should have, because they were also working on this mode, and it just probably messed with everything, you know? Yeah, you can change the attachments mid-game, yeah. I prefer BO4 over Cold War. I like both of them, though. I just prefer BO4 a little bit. That goes for multiplayer and zombies, too. Not just one or the other. Dude, No Way Home, that's the thing I've probably been most excited for. Like, not even lying, in my entire life. Like, I don't think there's a single thing I've been this excited for. Like, in terms of media, that is, you know, like, in terms of movies and shows, like, or games even. Like, I've never been this excited for something in terms of that. So, like, Spider-Man No Way Home, holy shit, I'm freaking out about it. That's alright, that's like a month and a half from now, so we'll get there. We got Numa Numa now, so the guy who said Numa Numa's ass, I'll see if you're right or not. Let's look at this layout. This is small. I love how it looks, I'll say that much. I fucking love how it looks. This is beautiful, but let's see how it plays. Bro, this feels like the Battlefield 5 M1 Grand.
Hardpoint is active.
Yo, bro, I'm actually kind of digging this. I've been playing it for 5 seconds. I can't make that opinion right now, but I kind of think this looks kind of cool. Like, I don't know. I don't think that's a good gun for the map, but I don't know, man. It's looking kind of interesting.
Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky. Hardpoint's
The visibility's a little meh, though, but visibility will get much better as they add new, like, character customization and stuff, you know?
We took the advantage.
I don't ever really see smoke grenades being used in Cold War, so I'm not even... I can't really say I hate them, because I never really see them being used that often, to be honest. I feel like everyone uses stims, to be honest. I know, I use stims on every class. Fuck. Use the AS-44. I don't even know if I have it unlocked. I think I do, but we'll try it out later. This seems like a better MP40 map. No! Bro, the amount of grenades that are gonna get tossed in here is gonna be insane. There's gonna be grenades being tossed in here like crazy in a couple of seconds. Holy shit! Throw back! Oh, come on! Why can't you throw that quicker? Oh my god. Yeah, we're running the perks we were supposed to run. For some reason I didn't... Oh my god, the grenades! Why do they think grenade spam's a good thing? They don't make the game more fun. All they do is force my perk to be flak jacket every class. Yeah, this is definitely a very ant farm-like map, which I know a lot of people don't like that.
That's it for the intel.
Reminds me of a Point to Hawk from World War II, but I honestly don't hate it so far. I think it's kind of a... Oh, where the fuck did you come from? As I'm complimenting the map, I get shot from the back. Which wouldn't be an issue if we had Cold War time to kill. Just saying. Getting shot in the back is not a big deal when you have that. Because you can just spin move and shoot them.
Hardpoint activated. Enemy has the hardpoint.
Ow. Okay, now this area would be a really cool zombies map. Why can't they add this to the fucking Duran Fong? Throw this in there.
Hardpoint is ours. Glide bomber assist coming in.
Nice. Nice. I think this game is all about drop shotting. I'm starting to think we're not going to have Modern Warfare Zombies next year, which would suck, but I'm starting to think we won't. Just because A, I don't know how Treyarch can physically do that, and B, I've been hearing some rumors about there being a third mode in the game that's kind of like... I don't know if this would be a replacement for Zombies, but there's been rumors of them being like a hazard zone like mode. You know, the hazard zone thing they're adding to Battlefield. There's been rumors that there's going to be a mode just like that in the next Modern Warfare as the third mode. Now, I don't know. That would make more sense to be a part of like Warzone. I don't know why that would be in multiplayer, or like in the main game, but maybe it will be. I don't know. Hopefully it's not a replacement for Zombies because it's not a co-op mode, that's a PvP mode. I feel like we need a co-op mode in the game too, you know? That's what Zombies is for. I hope they do Zombies. They're gonna do something with Zombies, I'm sure, but is it gonna be a fully fledged Zombies mode, or is it just gonna be like one little thing that they just decide to do? I hope we get Zombies, but at the same time, why can't Infinity Ward just make it, you know? I would be completely fine with Infinity Ward making it. Because the only Infinity Ward Zombies we've had was one that I actually really liked. So, I don't really trust their abilities of making multiplayer that I like, but I trust their abilities of making zombies. Oh shit, that was a really good spot. There's so many dudes I could see from there. When is release time for PS4? It should be probably, I'm assuming midnight Eastern time. I don't know exactly what it is. Yeah, most of the Modern Warfare compliments are about the engine and the graphics and the sound design. That's mainly the compliments people are giving, which, like I said, is not something I give a shit about to a large extent. Like, it matters, it's important, sure, but it's not really going to affect my time that much. Like, it's not gonna make or break my experience because, yo, this is a cool little tree. Okay, this map is really weird, but I kind of like it. I'm sure it's, again, not good for competitive, but it's... Hardpoint's only to 200? Are you kidding me? Really? It's kind of an L. It's always been to 250. Why is it to 200 now? Is it because it's Blitz? Is Blitz, like, supposed to be quicker or something? I don't know. It's kind of strange. That was a fun match. What's your time region? Me? Eastern? Oh, you're asking him. I'm gonna assume you're like 5 hours ahead of me. This map reminds me of Village from Modern Warfare 3. In terms of the look, a little bit, but this looks a lot better than Village. I hated how Village looked in Modern Warfare 3. I gotta be the MVP of that game. I gotta be. Most multi-kills. I didn't get the most kills. Oh, I might have. Might have got the most multi-kills and kills. Dude, this whole voting thing's kind of stupid because I've noticed everyone only votes for the person on the left, it seems like. Most of the time, obviously. Like, the person on the left is like always one for me because it's the first one you're on. So it's like, why wouldn't you vote for it, you know? Seems a little biased. Oh yeah, it's such an unnecessary removal. Like, I get why the we drop out of lobbies thing is a thing, but the map voting, like, why not? I don't get why that's not a thing. I've DM'd the head of Activision Hot College. What? Drop Instagram? No. I don't have like an Instagram like for my channel. It's just a personal one that it's only between personal people, like friends and family. Favorite World War II game? I haven't played that many, to be honest, but currently probably either COD World War II or Battlefield 5, I guess. Like, I haven't played that many, you know. You know, World of War is another one. I'm playing this now. I played the Medal of Honor games back in the day, but I haven't played those in so long. Obviously the old CODs, like COD 1, COD 2, COD 3, but those are so old too. I don't think I've played many single player World War II games, so I wouldn't know about those. I'm already getting shot at? What map is this? Oh, Dome. Can we add a magazine to this shit? We can't. I don't know. You know what? Give me the STG. This game is a trophy system like Cold War. Does it not have one? That's weird. You play with the subscribers? Every now and then, but not today. Usually if I'm on Twitch, if people want to join, I'll just let them join, but go follow my Twitch, link in the description if you want to catch some of those streams. It is nice that there's a lot of maps, you know? A lot of new stuff to play on. It seems like that was their main focus, was to get more maps out. But then they said, fuck you to zombies. Said, here's this mode we put together in 2 minutes. Now, I'm sure it took them longer than that, but it seems like they put most of the work in like the intro cutscene and stuff, like the marketing side of things, than they actually did for the like the map and stuff. Whoa! Is the game worth it? It depends. If you liked Modern Warfare and you like COD World War II, then yes, you will like this game. Because it's pretty much a mix between those two with some new stuff. In terms of like the feel of it and the mechanics, that's the most similar it is to any other COD. COD World War II and Modern Warfare. But in terms of like content, obviously it's, you know, new maps, and from the ones I played, they're not bad. Definitely more of a casual experience. Zombies, I really can't recommend to anyone, but I don't know.
We lost the hardpoint.
It's up to you. I think the best thing you could do is just try it out if you don't like spending money on things you probably won't need. Just wait till there's a free weekend, because they always do free weekends, and just play it then. I'm sure they'll have one in a few weeks or something.
Enemy has bombers on the way. We control the hard point.
Hold on here.
Contact at the hard point. We control the hard point.
Oh, I just had to answer a text real quick. Are you playing this early? Oh man, I think I've been asked that 100 times. New Zealand time zone on Xbox,
Hard point.
and you can play. It's a buy for me then, bro. Activision should be paying me for this, bro. I just got them $60 right there.
Eyes in the sky.
They should be paying me for that. That's why it's really important to know your reviewer, right? If you watch someone who reviews video games or movies or shows, you gotta know what they like, because if it doesn't match up what you like, then chances are it's not gonna go over well. And that's why I think the best reviewers out there, instead of just saying how they feel about it, they'll say what you might feel about it based on what you might like. You know? So instead of being like, oh, this game's trash, they should be like, okay, chances are you'll like it if you like these things. Chances are you won't like it if you prefer these things. Like, that's the best way to review things, in my opinion. So if someone asks me, like, is it worth the purchase? I'm not going to say, no, it's trash, I don't like it, so you shouldn't like it either. Like, no, because he might like completely different things than me. And in this case, he does, because he responded to my thing where I said, if you liked Modern Warfare and World War II a lot, then you'll probably like this. And that's 100% true. But if you didn't like those games and you prefer stuff like Cold War and Black Ops 4, then you might not like this game as much. And if you liked all those things, then you're probably pretty easy to please, and you'll probably like it then. I think I'm pretty easy to please, honestly. Like, I haven't hated much from COD, but I am very critical, though, because I want it to be as good as it can. So I do have a lot of critiques. I've been wanting to do a Discord server for a long time. The only reason I haven't done it is because I don't use Discord myself that much. And I feel like it would be weird if I made one and I never talked in it. Because I'll be honest, if I had one, I probably wouldn't talk in it that much. Which would kind of be weird. But I could do one just if like fans want to talk and stuff. And I also have two completely different channels with two completely different things. So there would be a very mixed audience there, which isn't a problem because you can just do different channels, obviously. But I don't know. It would be hard to manage, I guess. But I could one day, maybe. Maybe not right now, though. Yeah, that's true. I mean, blame truth. I don't think anyone's looking at his videos. Actually, that's completely wrong. People are. That's completely wrong. People are 100% looking at them for, like, a review. And they probably is a decent amount of people who make up their minds based on what he says, I'll be honest. Which is not smart because he obviously exaggerates his opinions for views, which isn't a problem. I've said this many times, I don't blame him for doing that. I think it's actually intelligent. He's making a hell of a lot of money from it, so why not keep doing it? I honestly will admit I would do the same thing if I was in his position. I wouldn't be as aggressive as he is about it. I wouldn't be harassing the developers like he sometimes does, but I would probably still complain about COD as much as he does because people like that, so it does make sense. But he does go too far with it, and it's like, bro, chill. Opinion on cheese, it's fantastic, but hurts my stomach a lot. But it's fantastic. You just gotta have it in moderation. Is this better than Cold War and Modern Warfare? Be honest, hard to say because I haven't played much, but based on what I have played, I like Cold War more still. For sure. But I think I like this more than Modern Warfare. Based on what I played literally like, what, we played like an hour of the multiplayer. I played like 2 hours of the zombies. And I played the beta. That's all. It's not much to make an opinion off of, but from that, yes, I do like this more than Modern Warfare. But I like Cold War more than this. That's the best way to say it. Well, honestly, Josh, he's obviously not gonna like it. Well, okay, not that he's obviously not gonna like it. He's obviously gonna complain about it because that's his job. But it doesn't really matter. I just don't watch his videos. I don't really care what he says, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. This doesn't affect the game or anything. It doesn't affect my enjoyment of any games. I just kind of... It's just background noise on Twitter that I don't look at because... I mean, I don't watch his videos, so... You built like a blame truth. What? You know, letter R. I don't know. It's a fine letter. Do you think they should add sex to the game? Yeah. I think that'd be a good inclusion. Wait, there's 60 viewers in here? What the fuck? I thought we had like 10 viewers. Where did 60 of you guys come from? Where did y'all come from? I thought we had like 10 viewers. If I knew there were 60 people in here, I'd be playing a little bit better than I am right now. I'd be focusing on my performance, but I've kind of just been like running around like aimlessly and just oh man. Why are you not playing zombies? Because I'm already bored of it, pretty much. The simplest way to put it. I'm already bored of zombies, so that's why I'm not playing it. Like, it's crazy. The game hasn't even officially released yet. It hasn't even officially freaking released yet. And I've already done everything there is to do in zombies, and I don't want to play it anymore because it's not fun anymore. I've already done it all. I've done every objective. I've played on every area. I've used most of the guns. There's no wonder weapons, so you can't use any wonder weapons. I use all the perks, upgrade them all the way. Like, there's nothing more for me to do. You know, I can go for Dark Ether, but I don't even give a shit about going for Dark Ether, so... It's just, there's nothing there, man. There's just nothing there. Opinion on Drifter? He's fine. I don't have a problem with people. Like, I just don't. Like, I'm not the type of person to have, like, a issue with other COD YouTubers. Like, they just do their thing, I do my thing, and we go on about our day. Like, I don't really care. Blame Truth told us to come here. Yeah, I like the one boom. I disagree with everything he says, but he's fine. He makes good content. They ruined zombies. I don't think they ruined it. I think it's just not good this year. You know, like I wouldn't call that ruining it because, like, it's not ruining the existence of it. They can still go back to what they had before. You know, but. No LMG love. You know why I'm not using LMGs? Because they don't work on these controllers. I don't know why this is like this. I've tried to mess with the dead zones in settings, but using an Xbox Elite controller, Blame Truth said the same thing in his video, so I'm not crazy. Like, other people have had the same issue. The Elite controller trigger stops don't work with some guns, like sniper rifles and LMGs. Like, you can shoot with them, but you have to literally stab your finger into the trigger in order to get it to shoot. It's ridiculous, but whatever. So I'm just using SMGs, and we keep getting Das House. It's a good map, but I don't want to play this only. Yeah, even Noah said the same thing as me. He's like, after an hour of playing, you've already done everything. Like, there's just nothing else to do. It's just not fun. Like, we've got to a point in zombies where we can't just expect to enjoy it from just hopping in and just shooting zombies. Like, it needs more than that. A lot more. Favorite film, TV review on YouTube? Probably Sean Chandler. Probably Sean Chandler, yeah. And I've been subbed to that guy since he was like below 10,000 subs, and he like blew up within the past couple of years. Oh, I like this gun. I like this gun a lot.
We're in the lead.
For some reason, having to watch this every game is gonna get old, I think. Oh, the ending thing? Probably. Well, no, to be fair, we're gonna have different, like, moves and stuff. I think they have the same move because none of us unlocked anything yet, but when they look a little bit different, their characters look different with customization, it might be cooler to watch. It's kind of like the ending, like, circle from BO3. I don't think it's that bad. I don't know if harass is the right word, but he makes fun of them. But I think harass maybe isn't the right word. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what he's done, but I know he relentlessly sometimes says shit that you just shouldn't say about people. That's all I'll say. And I mean, there's a reason why they've all blocked him, because yeah, he does say a lot of things on Twitter, and it's just not something you should say to people. I'm the type of person who I think people are way too soft these days. Like, I do think that. I think people are way too soft. But that doesn't mean you can't have a sense of just respect to other human beings, you know? You can make jokes all you want, but, like, if you don't know them, if they're not your friend, and you're just being an asshole, like, that's not, you know, you're just being an asshole for no reason at that point. Alright, well, I'm on a streak, but I'm 100% gonna die! Give me the MP40, give me the MP40. I feel like it's so easy to go on, like, big streaks because the time to kill isn't that high. So, like, as long as you're in a good position... Holy fuck, you can destroy so many people. Oh, did we not get the dogs? Oh, fuck me. We were one off. Randomly came across this channel a few minutes ago, gonna sub, you're informative. I appreciate it, dude, I appreciate it. Did you come across it from the recommended? I'm surprised YouTube's even recommending my shit, because I haven't posted on this channel that much this past month, so I thought YouTube would stop recommending me, but I guess not. Maybe they are still, I don't know. It's nice to see when they recommend me. Gotta abuse the algorithm. Get recommended as much as possible. I gotta say, this map is really fun. This is like, this is gonna be like the nuke town of the game, I think. It's really small, but like, it's not too small. It's just small enough. What's your opinion so far on MP? I dislike the beta. I think this is an improvement from the beta, but I still don't think it's gonna be anything that special that I love that much. Like, I don't think I'm gonna find myself playing this that much. I think it's gonna be an average multiplayer for me, which isn't a big deal. Like I said, I don't really get pissed when these games aren't that fun, because, like, at the end of the day, there's so many other games, there's so many other things you can do. I don't need COD to be amazing every year in order to, like, enjoy myself. But just reviewing it from the perspective of what I'm playing, yeah, I think there's a lot of issues I have, but it's also got some good stuff to it, so I won't say it's completely shit like some people would, but... Certainly not my top 5 CODs or anything, at least right now. Well, it doesn't have to be, as long as it's playable. Holy shit. Oh my god, we were going off. We were absolutely going off right there. You watch Chris Stuckman? I do. He's good too, yeah. Yeah, they're adding shipment in 2 weeks. They haven't added it yet. Tried throwing back that grenade. Just play more like Cold War Modern Warfare. More like Modern Warfare, but with improvements. It's not anything like Cold War, to be honest. The only similarity to Cold War I can think of is some of the maps have more of a Treyarch design to it, but that's about it. Definitely plays more like Modern Warfare though. 5th highest viewers concurrent right now for this game. Oh, really? Is like no one else streaming it or something? Because 57's not that much. I mean, it's a lot for me, but like in total, that's crazy. I'm assuming a lot of people just aren't streaming it then. I get these type of views on my second channel, but not on this one. I keep calling it my second channel. It's not even my second channel anymore. I feel like this is my second channel now. You know? Like, this is the first one I created, but the second one I made did even better than this one, is currently doing way better. Only because I kind of stopped uploading to this one as much as I want to. I do have a big-ass Cold War review video coming out, though, within the next few weeks. I haven't even started working on it, but I have... Well, I've started working on the process of, like, getting gameplay for it and the script and stuff. That's about it, though. The actual editing of it is going to be the hard part. I got a lot to say, too, because, like, Cold War is a game that I think is a lot better than people give it credit for, at least for the multiplayer. And that's weird because it's such an opposite opinion than I feel like most people, because most people would say that Cold War's multiplayer sucked and Zombies was actually really good. That's what I feel the general consensus was. But I was kind of in the opposite boat where I actually thought multiplayer was really good, and I thought Zombies was a step back. But I don't think it was bad. I think Zombies was good. It was just a step back from prior Zombies games. So it's gonna be an interesting video, though, you know? And the campaign's just average. I don't know. It was a good campaign, but nothing too special, I would say. Battlefield 2042 Early Access is next week. Oh yeah, shit, that comes out soon too. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm really excited for that shit. Because I really liked that beta. Like, I really did. Everyone and their mother was bitching about it. I did not understand the complaints. Maybe it's because I'm not a big Battlefield guy, so... But I loved it. And we only had that one map to play, so... And then Halo's coming out, and I have never played a Halo other than, like, a couple of them, like, once or twice. So... I'm still gonna get it, though. The Halo Infinite. Low-key want to train on the head... Bro, Winter Boulder, what the fuck are you saying, bro? Like, chill with that shit. Oh yeah, doors are back, but they're not as bad in this game. Because the doors in this game are destructible. And there's not as many of them. So, yeah, they're not as bad as Modern Warfare's doors. Is Dome any good? Yeah, it plays just like the original Dome. So, it's fine. What's up, Binukes? I don't know how to pronounce her name, but how you doing? I will play the GTA trilogy, yeah, when that comes out. How do I get early access? You gotta have 10,000 YouTube subscribers first. I'm joking, I'm joking. If you have an Xbox, you can literally just play right now if you switch your account to location to New Zealand on your account, and then you can literally play right now. But you need to be on the Xbox. I think PlayStation can. It's just a lot more difficult because you have to do some weird shit where you like buy the game on an account that's already in New Zealand. I don't know. It's weird. Am I the one who doesn't watch these? I don't watch these. I don't know. I don't care that much about the story. I just don't. I'm gonna be this girl. Because she's kind of bad. Look at her. Come on. Come on. Come on. She's the Park of this game. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. I don't know. Maybe Paulina is. I don't know. I don't know. Beatrice has got it going on, though. She kind of does. Automaton. Don't know what that attachment... Oh shit, decoy! Yo, I've been really wanting to play this map. This is the one map I was most excited to play because it looks really cool. So let's get ready for this shit. Vanguard of the Walking Dead Season 11, what? Oh, what kind of Oh, this map looks incredible. Just from the layout, it looks really good. I got a feeling this is going to be one of the better maps in the game. This feels like it's going to be the go-to for competitive, you know? I enjoyed your Cold War ranking of the maps. I appreciate it. I enjoyed putting that together. I really like those maps in Cold War. I really do. It's a weird hardpoint. Climb, bitch.
We took the advantage.
Can you destroy all these? Oh, you can destroy all these. Holy shit.
The enemy has taken the hard point.
Where's this guy?
Intel ready for report.
Ah!
We're falling behind.
Oh, there's so many guys over there. Oh, grenades! Holy shit! Where did those come from? Do you watch Actman? Every now and then, yeah. I've only seen his like COD reviews, really. I don't really watch his other videos, but I don't usually agree with him, but it doesn't really matter. He makes good quality content.
Enemy has the hard point.
Oh, look at the sucker. Look at that sucker.
Friendly sending a glide bomb.
Holy shit!
Contact at the hard point.
Bro, I don't know where to go. What's your opinion on Merc music? Entertaining videos. Why am I getting an intervention about my favorite YouTubers or something here? I don't know. I don't have a problem with any YouTuber. They're just all there. If I don't like them, I don't watch them.
Point is ours.
If I like them, I'll watch them.
New intel ready for
Holy shit! Dude, these spawns are kind of weird, but I don't think they're bad. I just think I'm just getting in situations where it just so happens that they're spawning on my ass because I'm too far to their spawn or something. Which is most likely the case. No, I haven't seen if the PS4 version's good or not. I'm sure it's better than it was in the beta, but I don't know by how much, though. Oh yeah, I think the new map is going to be perceived better than Verdansk, simply because it doesn't have a million buildings, so automatically going to be better because of that, I would say. I'm very excited for that. Like, Warzone's not something I'm that, like, crazy about compared to, like, multiplayer and zombies, but I was more excited for that Warzone Pacific than I was for anything in Vanguard, to be honest. Just because it looks so cool.
hard point confirmed.
Oh, God. The only problem is, Warzone's not that fun by yourself, so you kind of need a group of friends who consistently play.
Hard point.
And my friends are usually only on, like, in certain times, so it's one of those things where it's like,
Hard point.
you want to play and have fun with it, you can't do it alone. You can't. It's not like multiplayer where you can easily hop on by yourself. Oh, I gotta text someone. Oh shit. Oh shit. Come here, bitch.
Hold on to it.
Yes! Oh, yes.
New intel ready for report. Double.
I should have killed him with it, too. Perfect opportunity to do. I don't want to try to get the other guy, because if I fail, that would be kind of embarrassing.
Hard point confirmed.
I want to get the solidified kill.
Spies in the sky. Hard point activated. The enemy is taking the hard point.
Gotta say, I like this map so far.
Friendly glide bomber incoming.
Actman doesn't play the game. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the only reason why I don't like care that much about his reviews, because he's definitely a casual COD player. He's not like a, you know, die-hard, play the game 24 hours a day player, you know. So his opinion doesn't matter as much because of that to me, because it's like, okay, he plays the campaign, he plays a couple of games of multiplayer, plays like 1 or 2 games of zombies, and so his review is mainly focused around the campaign because of that, because that's the only part of the game that he really got the full experience of. You know, multiplayer, he really doesn't, nor definitely not for zombies. His zombies opinions are always so incomplete. He's like, he says something that's just completely inaccurate about it, because it's like, bro, what do you mean? There's like this whole other part of this you didn't even play yet. But that, again, that's just because he's not a hardcore, you know, guy. He's more of a casual for Call of Duty's standards, so not wrong with that. I'm just saying.
We control the hard. Hardpoint's under fire. Heads up. Enemy glide bomb coming in hot.
And I definitely don't put as much emphasis on the campaign when talking about these games, because at the end of the day, the campaigns are great, but they don't impact the longevity of the game at all. It doesn't, at like in any way, shape, or form.
Hardpoint's under fire.
You know, is Vanguard the best Sledgehammer COD? It just came out. I don't know. Actually, it hasn't even officially come out yet. It has potential to be. I don't know though.
Hardpoint activated.
I think it's really possible the multiplayer will be the best. I think the campaign will definitely be the best. I haven't played it yet, but I have a feeling it will. For Sledgehammer. For multiplayer, I think it has potential, but unlikely. And then for zombies, unless they make a big overhaul and they do some crazy different things for zombies, I think it's very unlikely for zombies. Even though I didn't like Advanced Warfare Zombies, and I thought World War II Zombies was just average, I don't think it's beaten out Infinite Warfare, or not Infinite Warfare, World War II Zombies. I actually kind of had some fun in like the Final Reich and stuff, and I don't know if this is gonna even beat that, to be honest. Like World War II, although I didn't love all the maps, they had a pretty decent lineup of content. Like they had, what, 4 main like maps, and then they had 4 survival maps, right? So I mean, it was a decent lineup, I would say. 4 like Easter egg maps and 4 just chill survival maps, and then the Tortured Path mode also, which people didn't really care about. I didn't really like it either, but it was still an option. Get all the character challenges and stuff, and there was stuff to it to like, I guess. Oh no, the grass, it's supposed to look like that because, well, I mean, I guess you can say it looks bad, but it's not real grass, because this map is a training facility, so I believe that's supposed to be turf, like fake grass. That would, like, it's something you do in like a soccer field or a football field or whatever. So I think that's why it looks like that. Because it's supposed to be like a training facility or something, like an American, like the Das Haus is supposed to be like the German training facility, but I think this is like the American one. And so I think they're trying to, like, this is in the United States, and they're trying to imitate a German town, I think. Yo, vote for me. Do you just get more XP if they vote for you? Is that it? Yeah, I think so. You and Blame Truth have similar tastes when it comes to the COD. He's more extreme, but I guess. I guess in a general sense. Alright, what time is it? We'll play another 30 minutes, I think. And then I need to do some other work. And then if we're going to stream this again, I'll probably stream the weekend. But if I stream on the weekend, any of it, it's going to be on Twitch. So go follow me on Twitch. Link in the description. Definitely follow me there if you want to see more streams. Because I don't stream on YouTube that much. I only do for like the big stuff, you know. I feel like people are already calling Cold War underrated. Biggest mistake was... Actually, I want to switch to... We'll try Domination. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to do that, to be honest. Like, I'm okay with innovation, but this isn't even like innovation to me. This is just taking a big step back. Like, there's nothing innovative about having the game being objective-based rounds that you, like, go to different multiplayer maps with. I don't know, like, I just don't see the point. You could have you could have just done a round-based map normally, and it gave us the ability to do those objectives to get extra rewards or something. Like, have it be so it's just round-based, normal zombies. You know, you upgrade your perks, you get your pack-a-punch, whatever, and there's objectives that you can do, optional, that give you more rewards. So you can do the lockdown shit, you can do the escort shit, you can do the harvesting thing, but they're all optional, and they're just things you can do once a round or something. And it just goes through normally like it always would. Then no one would complain. I don't think anyone would complain. I mean, I would still want a whole new map rather than playing on these multiplayer maps, but it would at least be something. I don't know. Now this map looks fucking gorgeous. Damn. Look at this shit. Wow. This map is gorgeous. This is a good looking map. The layout looks good. Maybe a little bit open, so yeah, I guess if you like SMGs, maybe it won't be, but oh, it's a good looking map, I'll say that much. I honestly don't want this big ass scope. I feel like it just gets in the way. And there's no other scope I can use. Let me just take it off. I'd rather just use that, to be honest. This looks a little easier to maintain. Definitely easier to maintain, yep. Shit. I love semi-auto guns, man. There's a lot of fun ones throughout COD. Like the FAL and Black Ops 2, that was my shit. The Shiva. They always took more skill to use. Honestly, people probably are choosing just the female characters. Will there be round-based at the DLC season? I honestly don't think so. Because they were asked about it and they kind of just shut down the question and were like, oh, yo, we'll be adding new enemies, new objectives. That's all. That's literally how they answered that question. They didn't even say anything. They didn't say yes or no. They just said, you know, we're going to be adding, you know, this and that. We're going to add, like, new intel. And it just didn't sound like they wanted to do round-based. I don't think it's... I don't even know why. Like, I don't really get... I don't know. I don't get it. Me confused. It's not even like Outbreak either, because at least Outbreak was like these open, expansive maps that had like a bunch of objectives. It's not even that. It's these little tiny things that are like really small maps, and they're from multiplayer, and they have one objective each. There's not even like a bunch of objectives you can do. It's just one. It's I don't know. It's just... It's plain. What is better in World War II zombies compared to Vanguard zombies? Almost everything, to be honest. For starters, there's at least wonder weapons in it. Okay, we'll compare the launch content. We're not gonna, because when you compare all the DLC, it becomes unfair. So let's just talk about the launch content, right? For Vanguard versus World War II. World War II had the Final Reich and Groston House. Groston House was a fun little survival map that had not much to it, but it was a survival map, so it didn't really need much to it. It did have a little Easter egg where you can get upgraded guns from the box and get what was it? Oh, the box in general, because it wasn't originally unlockable. You had to do a little Easter egg to get it, so that was a little thing. You had a bunch of character challenges, too, to unlock different characters, which was kind of cool. Then you had the Final Reich, which was a full-on expansive map with 2 Easter egg quests, a casual Easter egg quest and a hardcore quest. They were not that, like, fast to do. They definitely took some time, especially the hardcore one. You had one weapon that could be upgraded to 4 different types. You had all the different mods in the game, which were all customizable through Create a Class. And this is coming from someone who didn't even like World War II Zombies that much. I'm just saying what I like about it more than what they have now. Oh, shit. You had a lot more boss zombies, too, even. I mean, this game right now only has those Tormentor guys and the minigun guy. That's it. This game had a couple different bosses in the Final Reich's first map. The Wustlings, the Brenners, you had the Pests, the Bombers. Obviously, you had the main boss fight itself as well, which we don't have one now. There's a lot of things I can say are a lot better, obviously. People are deadass on stream playing Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 4. Hey, pretty solid COD games. And you know why I'm not even like, everyone's like, oh, just wait for the main Easter egg quest, just wait for it. I'm not really excited because I know it's gonna be boring. It's gonna be like most of the Cold War Easter eggs. I can guarantee you it's gonna be, oh, you gotta shoot this one thing, and then you shoot this other thing, and then you go through the exfil, or not the exfil, you go through one of the portals, and then you do one of the objectives, and the objective's a little bit different this time around, and then you have to do with another objective, and it's a little bit different this time around, and then do a third objective, and it's also a little bit different this time around, but it's really easy to do. And then after that, you go into this mini boss fight against one of those guys with the miniguns, and he has a little bit more health this time, so he's a little bit harder to take out. Then you finish him off, and then you exfil, and that's the Easter egg. I'm guaranteeing you that's gonna be the Easter egg. You know, I'm not excited because I know it's not gonna be anything too crazy. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's crazy, but I just don't think it will be. I think it's going to be really bare bones and simple. Just like most of the Cold War Easter eggs that just felt like they were really short and simple. I don't know. Worst Zombies on launch. I'll say that. That's for... Okay, Worst Zombies on launch in a while, because, I mean... Obviously, it's more content than like World at War had or Black Ops 1, but you have to compare them differently because that was 10 years ago. You know, that was a different time when stuff like that was fine because that's all we cared about. I mean, World at War Zombies was an extra side mode that they didn't think anyone would even give a shit about. They just did it for fun because they were like, why not? You know? And it was nothing. Yeah, there was nothing too knocked, but we didn't care back then because that's all we played it for. But now Zombies is different. The gaming atmosphere is different. You can't expect people to really enjoy a mode that has like nothing to it. You need to really have there be depth to it. And it really doesn't have depth to it. Not even a little bit of depth. I'm sure people who play Zombies once a month are gonna be just fine with what they have right now, but if you play it any more than like twice a week, like it's gonna get boring. And even the casuals who really like classic zombies, like, they're not gonna like this either. They brought their classic zombies. And this ain't like classic zombies at all. It's not innovating in a way that I feel like is making it any better than classic zombies. I don't know. Final Reich was pretty good. You have one thing to change about Vanguard. Ooh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. That's a really hard one. We talking about zombies, or... I'm assuming you're talking about multiplayer, because zombies, you'd have to change the whole foundation, to be honest. Not the foundation, but like you'd have to change the whole... You'd have to add a lot of extra dev time to be able to make something decent. Multiplayer, I would probably just say increase the time to kill. That'd probably be my #1 thing. Or score streaks instead of kill streaks. It'd be one of those two. Probably increase time to kill, though. Just make it like Cold War. Give us health bars, too, while you're at it. argue Extinction was better. I didn't play much of Extinction, but I would agree. That at least had some depth to it as well. I want to play Extinction. I really haven't given it a chance. Like, I haven't finished any of the maps ever. I played them all, I just haven't done much on them. Spec Ops or Vanguard Zombies? That's a tough one. That's a tough one because I can care less about Spec Ops. Which one? Any Spec Ops? I mean, I think Spec Ops has always been kind of boring. Like, it's just there as an extra thing to do sometimes. And it was fun back in, like, 2010 and, you know, Modern Warfare 2. I get it was fun, sure, but it didn't have much replayability to it. I think I have a more fun shooting zombies than I do AI bots of soldiers, so I think I'll go with Vanguard Zombies. At least because I know we're going to get a lot more to Vanguard Zombies, even if it's going to probably take a while till it feels complete. And it's probably not going to be that great anyways, like I said, but I still think it's probably at least a little bit better than Spec Ops. I mean, the game's not going to be dead. It's Call of Duty. It's going to have a large-ass player base, as it always does. It's going to sell a lot. It's just how it is. Yeah, difficulty levels would be nice. There's a lot of stuff from BO4 that would be really nice to see. There's so much shit. Got a lot of older CODs that they just forgot about. You know? Like, that's what bothers me so much about Call of Duty, because they have yet to make a perfect game, but there's aspects of every COD that if you were to kind of take specific aspects of each one and put them together in one game, you can make the perfect Call of Duty easily. Subjective, obviously, because what I think is perfect is not going to be perfect to everyone else, but you could easily do that. You could. There's mechanics, features, and everything from every COD you can take and you could put together into one specific game, and it could be perfect. But every time they add something really good that's really cool, they just remove something that was really good as well. It's like, what the fuck? It's like Black Ops 4 adds so many cool new things, and then it's like they just do this other thing that just changes something completely that didn't need to be changed, basically. Like Black Ops 3, the best zombies maps, but it has by far the least amount of like content in terms of like modes and stuff. Like, why was there no game modes in Black Ops 3? Black Ops 4 added all of them, but for some reason Black Ops 3 didn't. But Black Ops 3 is the only one that has the most amount of Berlin's 18v18. This is definitely a big map then. It's like, why does the game with the best zombies maps have the least amount of game modes? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, why couldn't you just put them all together? Yeah, the MVP system's fine. Battlefield Portal will be somewhat successful and COD will soon copy it. Probably. I don't know how easy it is to copy something like that, though. Because that looks like it's gonna like take a lot of time, and COD's already gotten a lot of shit for doing remakes, and I know Battlefield Portal is mostly like old stuff, right? Which I don't think is a problem, because it's a lot of cool old stuff that's gonna really make the game a lot more fun. Especially because it's old, like old stuff. It's not like they're taking stuff from CODs that just came out recently. It's like, these are old Battlefield games that, I mean, they looked like trash back in the day, so seeing the updated graphics is pretty awesome.
Move out and secure the objective. It's all riding on this. Bring your best or go home.
I'm assuming we've unlocked... Wait, this map is gorgeous. Hold on.
Capturing Baker.
I gotta appreciate this shit for a second. I got one little look and it looked really good. Damn. Like the look of this map. You're gonna do a camo grind? Not really.
Losing objective Baker.
I kind of every year it's the same thing where I just kind of like, I'll go for them every now and then, but I'm not gonna like grind for it. It'll come when it comes, you know. Every now and then I'll try, like DM Ultra in Cold War. I have Diamond ARs. I'm close to Diamond SMGs, but like that's about it. I'll get it eventually, you know. Same thing for BO4. I didn't get Dark Matter until like last year, I think. Right before Cold War came out, I think I got. Or no, it was. Was it right before Cold War came out? Yeah, it was right before Cold War came out. I got Dark Matter and Black Ops 4 finally. I don't feel the need to rush it. I don't know why. People do that too much. That's the problem with the grinder mentality. Is the grinder mentality, they'll like play the whole game like 20 hours a day, just grind the whole thing out, and then they'll start complaining that they're burnt out. And I'm like, dude, because you fucking played it like a million hours a day. Like, you can't force yourself to play that much and expect to still have fun with it after like you just played it all that much. You've done everything. Of course you're gonna feel that way. Oh god. But the problem with Vanguard Zombies here, I've literally only played 2 hours of it and I'm already bored. So that's an issue. If you're bored of it after 2 hours, that's a problem. But obviously, if you're like prestige fucking like prestige master, you got all the camos and stuff, and you start complaining that you're bored, it's like, well, no shit, dude. No shit, you're bored. You've done everything. Oh, the battle pass. It's still the same battle pass from Cold War, so it started October 7th when Season 6 started. So that's why I'm halfway. Because that'd be nuts if I already was. I don't even think that'd be possible, to be honest. Even if I played all day, I don't even think that would be even close to that far. I actually don't think I'll finish this season's battle pass. I don't know, because it ends in like... Actually, no, we got another month. I should be fine. But I just don't know how much time I'm going to have to play. I only really have the weekends to play, to be honest. The weekdays are pretty much full of schoolwork and other work. I kind of count Thursday as a weekend now, to be honest. It feels like a weekend. Fridays, I don't really have much. Is MP better than Cold War? From my limited experience, I don't think it's better than Cold War. Again, limited experience. But I like it more than Modern Warfare, though. I'd say the one thing that's definitely a million times better than Modern Warfare is the maps. The maps are already a million times better from the ones I've played. That is a huge plus. Better than Modern Warfare's maps, that is. Are they better than Cold War's? I don't know. Maybe better than Cold War's launch maps, because I love Cold War's DLC, but I feel like the launch maps weren't that great in comparison. I like Moscow, I love. I love Crossroads, I love Armada Strike. I love, what's the other one? Satellite, I think, is fine. Like, I didn't like Garrison, I didn't like Checkmate. And then Miami and Cartel, I think, are only good in 12v12. So it was a hit or a miss for the launch maps in Cold War, but when it comes to their DLC, I think their DLCs were all really good. Other than maybe like one or two. How can I unlock the last camo? Like the mastery camo? You just gotta, I don't know, look at the challenges. You just do all the challenges. Just like any, you know what they need to do? They would never do this because they would have to make a whole camo just for like 0.001% of players, but how cool would it be if they made a camo on every gun? Where if you get a nuclear, or like you get a nuke or whatever with that gun, you get that camo. So, you know how prestigious that camo would be? If you were showing off a camo on like a sniper, that means you got a 30 kill streak with that sniper, like that would be nuts. Again, they never do that because they'd be making that camo for 0.001% of players, and they don't do that. I wonder what percent of players gets the mastery camos. It's probably like 1%, I'm thinking. Probably a little less than 1%. Maybe 2%, I don't know, probably 1%. We'll get the mastery camos, I would say by the, I'm gonna say by 6 months into the game. Maybe by the end of the life cycle, maybe it's like 2%, I don't know. Well, okay, it depends if you're talking about active players or not. I guess if you're talking about active players, it's probably a little bit higher, but if you're talking about out of anybody who's purchased the game, then definitely less than 1%, because I would say half of the player base who purchases the game stops playing like after the launch week. Like, it's insane how many people buy COD and then just stop playing after the first week. Like, I know so many people who do that. I'm like, why do you buy it every year if you stop playing after a week? They're like, I don't know, bro. It's the new Call of Duty. It's like, you're wasting your fucking money at that point. you're paying $60 to play a game for like 2 days and then you're just like, you just never touch it again. Like, I don't know, bro. It's the new Call of Duty, bro. So many people are like that. They did fix the sun, I think, yeah. What degree you getting at? What degree you getting? Oh, like college degree. I was so confused. Usually people call it major, so I was like, degree? I was like, what do you... I thought you were asking me like what degrees, like what's the heat like, or the temperature like around where I'm at. But for me it's psychology and computer science, so I'm double majoring in both of those. Maps remind me a bit of Advanced Warfare in terms of verticality. Some of them, I guess, yeah. Especially that one with the big ass tower in the middle. I'm doing trash. We were doing good before, now we're doing trash. Oh yeah, there's probably some glitches with that then. I'm sure they'll, because we got to realize we're playing the game before it even released, so there's gonna be a lot of glitches for sure. So maybe the day one patch will fix that. I don't know. You know, I don't think it's a shit product, but I do agree that we do have to realize that the games are gonna get better, like a lot better, when they start selling poorly, which is why I kind of like want them to not sell that well. Because they don't have much of a motivation to make the games that much better if they're doing really well. Like, why would they? You know, what they're doing works. So why not just keep doing it? So one part of me is kind of like, as much as I want the game to be successful because it's Call of Duty and I love this franchise, at the same time I'm like, you know, if it does poorly, they're gonna start to make some big changes. Because for me personally, the best Call of Duties always come when the game's starting to go downhill. When the sales are starting to go downhill. In my opinion, I think they make the best innovations, they make the best changes. Now, I didn't like Modern Warfare, but that game did make a lot of great changes in terms of like the monetization, not in terms of the mechanics. I hate that how the game's designed, but made a lot of good changes after a consecutive amount of CODs that were doing absolutely garbage in terms of sales. They were fine games. I love those games actually, but they weren't doing that good. And even those games like Infinite Warfare and like Black Ops 3, World War II, there were so many changes, so many things they were doing that was making the game, like, trying to make it better, trying to improve it, all because they were struggling. The games weren't selling well, and they released a remaster of COD 4. They did so much, but I feel like nowadays they're just like, yeah, we'll just release whatever. It'll sell well. It works if it's still fun. I mean, I like Cold War, but it does. You could see it. You could tell they don't like care as much about doing little like, you know, like specific things about trying to improve specific parts of the game, I guess. I'm not wording it right, I don't think at all, but not to say I don't think there's good stuff about these games, because there are. I love Cold War, so that's, you know. Yeah, I don't love the monetization, but there is improvements that they made, because I do think the whole shop is a bit of an issue. Is it true we change our location to New Zealand? Yeah, on Xbox that works. Not on... I don't think that's how it works on like PC and PS4, but... I don't know, maybe it does, I don't know. I hate how they're all doing the same move. You see what I mean? Everyone votes for the fucker on the left. Like... Most of the time. I'm in G11. Oh, grade 11. At first, I was like, "What? The gun G11? Like from Black Ops 1?" That's, you know, I'm too much of a COD nerd. When I see the things G11, I'm automatically thinking of COD. I'm gonna play one more game, by the way, just one more. Should I double major in CS and math? I think it depends. You got to look at like what the requirements are, because if there's too many requirements, then it might be like literally impossible to do. But if you're able to do it within the years that you have, then yeah. But I'm not a financial advisor or a that's the wrong word. The financial advisor, just a college advisor, I guess you call it. So I would wait till you actually get to that position, and because you can always change stuff too. You don't have to like, you know, freak out about it right away, but you should start to think about it though. Yeah, I think Modern Warfare 2022 is going to be interesting. I'm excited for it, but I also know I'm probably not going to like it. So, I don't know. I'm still excited. I'm always excited to try something new.
Domination. Protect the objective. Steel yourselves. This will not
Doesn't mean I think I'm going to like it, though.
Securing Able.
Oh, not this map. I didn't actually like this map that much. I know other people did, but I had a problem with it. I thought it was weirdly designed with the amount of destruction on it. It was almost too much. How do I get early access? You have to go into Sledgehammer Games' Twitter DMs and send them a video of you dancing to the Macarena, and they'll let you play. I'm not lying, that's actually what I did. What's the best major? Well, that's a hard question, because there is no best major. It's just whatever's best for you, you know. Everyone's going to be different, because everyone's good at different things. You want to choose something that you're good at, and you also are interested in. Because if you're not good at it, and you're not interested in it, then what the fuck are you doing? And you do want stuff that also is financially viable, too. You don't want to be like, you know, unless you don't care about that. If you really don't give a shit about money, then I guess that's not a big deal. But if you're spending a shit ton of money at college, you probably should care at least a little bit. So you don't want to go there and be like, no offense to people who do these, but like stuff like gender studies, like, again, no offense to people who do that, but you're probably not gonna be guaranteed a decent job with that. You could still get a good job, I'm not saying you won't, but it's just, I mean, that major's just not very useful in most aspects of life. So if you're gonna get something like that, don't go to an expensive college, you know. Definitely don't. I like Vanguard. I liked how it was in the beta, but I'm not sure if I'll actually like it or just the new maps aspect. Yeah, that is true. It's hard to really judge the games right away because anything new is going to be kind of fun. Usually, you know, it's new. So that's when you know if you don't like it, then it's probably a really bad thing because it's like, oh shit, it's new and I'm still hating it. But that happens sometimes too. I don't know. Opinions change a lot, you know. Opinions are not meant to be the same. I'm looking like William. Oh yeah, with my hair, yeah. Dude, I used to think I always wanted to be like Peter Parker. So I literally like would change my hairstyle as the movies went along. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, after Spider-Man 3, I think I had hair like this for a good year. And I was like 7 years old at the time. I had my hair like this for a while because of that movie. And then after The Amazing Spider-Man, I literally changed my hair to look like this. I like spiked it up like Andrew Garfield did, just to be like him. And then when the Tom Holland movies came out, I started to hairstyle my way a little bit like Tom Holland. I don't know. I like Peter Parker, bro. I always want to be like him. I find myself just, it's a subconscious thing. Like I don't think to do it. I'm not like, oh, I need to look like him. It's more of a just like, I like the movie and I'm like, you know, it's a good hairstyle. I'll do it. It'll look good on me, you know. It's just a subconscious thing I've always done. Major in Treyarch Studios. Hell yes. I don't think I'd ever be a game dev. I always wanted to. Like back in the day, I always wanted to be a game developer. I was like, oh, that'd be fucking great to make video games. But when you start to do some research on it, it's not too good. And how the working conditions are, and the opportunities are not very good either. Like, I would love like a David Vonderhaar position where you're kind of just the guy who just kind of chills and just like makes up the meetings and talks and like interviews and stuff. And I'm sure he's working on the game, but he's not doing the deep stuff, you know, the deep hard, like spending your Christmas working coding stuff like for hours upon hours. I'm sure he's not doing that. So his position would probably be a lot better. He's probably making a lot more than everyone else too. but you have to be in the bad positions first before you're gonna get to those good ones, obviously. And I don't know if that's worth it because there's no guarantee you'll ever get there, and some developers are always stuck in the hell. And so it's like, yeah, I don't know. And also, how annoying would that be? Like, I feel bad for a lot of the game devs because you see, like, there's probably a lot of things they don't like about these games as much as a lot of us do, but they can't say anything about it, so they're kind of just like they don't know what the fuck to say. Like, I'm sure a lot of them don't like a lot of the things that Activision enforces. I'm sure they don't like a lot of the things that... There's no way everyone in Infinity Ward agrees 100% on how to design that game. I'm sure not everyone in that studio agreed to making the minimap changes that they made. I'm sure that was a discussion they had, and they came to a conclusion that it would be best for the game. And I'm sure there's at least 10 to 15 people in that studio who was still thinking, this is so stupid, we should not have this as a mechanic in the game. But they can't go against the majority opinion, so they just go along with it. And I would hate that feeling. I would dread that. Like, imagine making a game that you don't even like yourself. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, even the movie producers and stuff, like, they probably feel that too. Like, actors all the time, I know for a fact actors do. It's a little bit different because movies are easier to make than games, because games you'll be working on for years. So if you don't like the game you're making, that's not good, because you're working on that shit for years. A movie, though, you work on it for a couple months. You can probably, like, actors, if they see they're getting paid enough, they'll do a shitty movie. Some actors don't, though. Some actors are like, no, this script looks like trash, and they just don't do it, you know? But again, movies are different because they're just quicker, so I guess that's not a big deal. Games take really long. A lot more crunch time hours and stuff. Like, a movie, you can literally pop out a movie in like 5 months. Like, you could, like, in terms of the filming, and then you could probably get the post-production done in a couple years after that. Not a couple years, a couple months after that, and then you could have it done within a year pretty easily. Don't know if you guys heard that burp, but that was a bad burp. It was a really low one, but it was like a hard one. You ever have those really hard burps where, like, you know for a fact if you burped a little bit harder than that, you would throw up? You ever have those? Eric, yeah, that's like one of those things where I had the same issue because there were so many things that I wanted to do, and so I didn't really know how to, like, choose specifically. So I would say my best advice is just to start researching a lot. Like, research, like, not just what the major is going to be like in school, but also what you can do with that afterwards. You know, really find out what you think you'd be best at, too. What you think you'd succeed the best at. Because it's not just about, like, the schoolwork, too, like the classes. Like, you also have to think, well, what jobs can I get from this, you know? And all those majors can definitely get you a great job. I'm not saying there's not a lot of job opportunities for, like, gender studies. I'm sure there's a lot of job opportunities, but what I mean is high-paying job opportunities. Like, that's unlikely. Just because it's not it's not like a highly skilled position, because a lot of the information is stuff you can learn from looking it up on Google. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like math, where math is, like, really in-depth, like, equations and shit, where, like, you can't just look at, like, you can look up a calculator, but, like, when I'm saying, like, in terms of the actual interpretation of a lot of that, you can't just look it up and expect to get the answers. But I feel like something like with, like, I don't know, gender studies and stuff, I mean, what do you really learn in there? You're learning a lot about, you know, it's a lot of political stuff, right? But you can kind of, I personally, I don't know everything about it, but I feel like you can probably just look that up and get information on it. It's probably more about the research aspect of it and, like, writing papers on it, but I don't see how that would be, like, at that point you might as well do psychology, because at least that's, like, you're probably able to go a little further with that, I would say, at least. Again, if money's not an issue, then whatever, do whatever, it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, financially, I don't think that would do much for most people. From what I know, I don't know everything. Keep that in mind, I don't know everything. I don't claim to know I know everything either. The biggest loss was Jason Blundell, yeah. That is true. They can still make good zombies without him. You know, I'm not saying they can't, but he was the GOAT. No, I think he just wanted to do different things because... No, I think it was because of Activision. He didn't say this for a fact. This is just me assuming. I think Jason is very much about having creative freedom, and I don't think Activision was giving him creative freedom. So that's the issue I think he had, is the fact that he wasn't having creative freedom, so he was like, fuck this, let me go make my own studio, and that's what he did. I'm pretty sure Activision was forcing him to do a lot of things he probably didn't want to do. A lot of changes to the game, and he was like, I don't want to do this. And that's why he went to make Deviation Games with other people, and he's now able to do whatever the hell he wants, so. What are you on about? I don't know, we were on about a lot of stuff there. We were getting a little bit political. I'm kidding. Do you think game devs love or hate skill-based matchmaking? I think it's a little bit of both. I think personally they don't like it if they're really good at the game, but it is probably... I think they like it. I don't know. It's hard to say because it's like... It is helping their game. It's helping their game to have more players and a higher player base, but I do think that they see the online criticism of it and how people who are really good are not liking the games as much, and I think that does kind of hurt them, and they're like, shit, they're kind of right. The game's not going to be as fun for them, but it's going to be a lot more fun for the 90% of other players who are terrible at the game, so I think that's kind of the reason why they're okay with it. I'm excited for whatever Deviation does, even though it's probably not going to be my type of game. Still excited to see what it is. Sure, it's not a zombies thing. Everyone's like, oh, it's going to be a new zombies game. It's not going to be a zombies game. He left so he can do whatever he wants. I don't think he's just going to be like, let's do a zombies game. I'm sure it's going to be something completely unique. Not that a zombies game couldn't be unique, but I don't think it's zombies. All right, I'm going to go. We played enough today. My voice is currently dying because we've been streaming for 2.5 hours straight. And you know what happens after streaming for 2.5 hours straight? My voice dies. Go follow me on Twitch. Link in the description if you want to see more streams. We'll be streaming zombies. We'll be probably not. Actually, I just said zombies and I just realized I don't want to play the zombies ever again. We'll play when they add new stuff to it. How about that? Hopefully they add something within the next few weeks. I'll probably play more multiplayer at least. I'll probably go back to Cold War even. I don't know. I'll see you later.